Hey guys, Waypoint Gaming here, and I'm here to talk about Rocket League. I'm here to do my review on it, tell you all the pros, the cons, and all that good stuff on it. Now, I know there's been a ton of reviews, a lot of people already know about it and have already played it, but I'm going to do my review on it just to give you my opinions on it and so forth. Now, what I'm going to first talk about is, I'm going to talk about the lobbies and the setup, okay? The lobbies and the setup to this game are pretty simple, and they're fairly decent, and they've worked a lot better since the opening day. I haven't had too many crashes or too many faults or anything like that so far. So far, it's been pretty well for the massive amount of numbers that have come through. And to be honest, they really didn't expect to have this many people wanting to play it. But in all seriousness, I don't know why, because this game is amazing. This game is awesome, it's so much fun, and it's set up perfectly. The lobbies aren't exactly great, though. On top of that, I mean, they do have their flaws. I've been kicked out of several games sometimes when I'm playing with friends, but they're not completely horrible, and I've seen worse, especially with bigger games like Call of Duty and stuff like that. I've seen worse problems. The lobbies are pretty well for this game just being kind of the underdog and whatnot. And the setup of it is pretty easy. You just go to the menu, you click on it, and you jump right into a game. So I mean, it's fairly easy. Anybody really can do it, and I actually like it a lot. The way they did it. And the parties with that also are pretty cool. You just invite somebody in and they join right in and they're playing with you right away. So I mean, it does work and it all flows together really nicely. Now the multiplayer is fairly good. As you can see in my video, the multiplayer is very tense, it's very fun, and it feels like you're watching a sport the entire time you're playing. You're always on edge. I can't even tell you how many times I've sat there and just screamed at the screen because it's just like a game. You're like, oh crap, or whatever. So I mean, it's very entertaining to play this game. And on top of that, the music with everything is just awesome. So while you're playing, the music gets you pumped up and everything else. And then when you're playing with teams, now I do recommend this. If you're going to play Rocket League, please play with friends because it's so much better with friends. You can play online without friends, but it's so much more fun when you have friends and you can talk to them and everything else. Like when I'm playing with my friends and we do a 3v3, it's so much more fun than just playing with random people. Not only because you can't talk to them really well, but because you know each other's weaknesses and strengths and stuff, and it's just so much more fun. But the multiplayer itself is very fun, it's very exciting, it's very thrilling, and they did it perfectly. This could not be done any better, and this could be a really big sports game in the future, just by how well they did it. And I was just really impressed with it. I was really impressed with the controls. The controls for this game are awesome. The controls literally had to be perfect to do a game like this, and they're not quite perfect, but they're almost there. I mean, they're really well put together well, and it's very easy to play this game. Now, if you're playing on PC, from what I've heard, you have to play with a controller because trying anything else is impossible. Now, I play on PS4, but as far as anything else besides a controller, I've been told that the PC is the same. You need a controller, and I can understand why. This game's, very good with a controller. And the camera to it as well is not too bad. You have to kind of zoom out, in my opinion, to be able to look at it, right. But I mean, other than that, I mean, there's really not too many flaws I have with controls or the camera. It was done really well, and like I said, it had to be done well for a game like this, and they did it greatly, and God, I appreciate it so much. The other good thing I liked about this game too is that it has cross-play over, which means you can play with people from the PC on your PS4 and vice versa. That is awesome. We need that in more games. I'm surprised we haven't seen that in more games, but to hear that they had it on this game, I was like, that's legendary already right there. And it was really awesome. They also added split screen on this as well, so you can play with your friends at home on your system, and that is something that needed to be added, and it's so much fun to do that, to have somebody, when your friends come over and play on split screen. It's something I'm so happy that they added, and I've had friends over here before, and we play split screen, and it's just so much fun. The maps and sound of this game are also very impressive. The sceneries of this game really fit it perfectly. Really feels like an indoor soccer arena kind of thing. And what I really love about the maps too is how you can just drive up the ceiling and all around and stuff and really do some good hits. I've had some really good hits, and I've seen some really good hits. If you hit a ball in the air, you get extra points, and so forth like that. So, I mean, they really did set up these maps great, and there is some that don't have, like, the ceilings and stuff, so you have to kind of play differently to each map, which I like, because it adds a strategy to how you want to play. Different maps consist of different arenas, one that looks like a coliseum, which I love that one, and each map has their own sounds as well. When you score, it has its own sound and whatnot, and you hear different like audiences and stuff like that. So it's really cool how they set up all that stuff. It's just really awesome. It's really fun. It just fills in the awesome feeling of the entire game. They really put it together really well. The car designs are also really cool. I really like the way you can customize your own car and whatnot. I really like how you can go to garage and you can put different paints on it, depending on, you know, the teams, either being red or blue. So they really did that really well. And you can also add different stickers, flags, and they added a lot of good flags. So that was really done well, and I really liked being able to customize my car. That's something that I did a lot. I sat there and tweaked it a lot and added different things and whatnot. So that was really cool, and I'm glad they added that. Let me step back real quick and talk about ranked play. Ranked play in this game is really cool, but I mean it's tough. It's ranked, and I don't really understand quite how the ranked play works yet, because I've played a lot of ranked games and won a lot, and yet my rank still hasn't gone up very much. So I'm not really sure how exactly it works, but it is done really well and it's done really positively, and I really enjoy it. Ranked play is another one of those things I really recommend you playing with friends, because unless you're playing with friends, it really doesn't work out well, and you might win a couple, but oh no, it's really going to be hard because you can't communicate with your team very well, except for the text chat and the voice chat, which doesn't really seem to work. I've never gotten it to work, so I don't really know. One flaw right there, but I do recommend playing with friends if you're going to do ranked play. It is the best way to play, so I do recommend that. Other modes on this game include excuse me. Other modes include training. You have training missions to better tweak your skills as far as meeting goalies, striking, aerial hits, all that good stuff. So that was really good to add that in there to be able to practice and all that. You can do an offline mode where you play against bots. So that's kind of fun if you guys don't like playing with people online. You can also do a season mode, and the season mode is very fun. I played an entire season. It was very awesome. It was tense the entire time. I was screaming the entire time. It was a very fun, exciting mode that I'm glad they grabbed. It is an offline mode only. You can't play with friends on there, as far as I know right now. As of right now, you can only play offline on that mode, which I do wish they kind of would have made online, because that would have been kind of cool to play against different players on a season and have different teams all over. And competing that way. So maybe they will change that. You know, this is kind of a new game and stuff like that, so they might change that in the future, but as of right now it is only offline, and so, you know, it'd be nice if they would change that. Other stuff on the menu is, you know, extras, which shows you like your leaderboards and all that other stuff. You can change, you know, the camera angles and all that other good stuff, and your controls and all that. So all in all, this game really is impressive. It really shocked me how well it was and how well it was put together. And I really don't have many flaws with it. Like I said, the only really flaws is some of the controls are kind of, the camera can be kind of annoying at times, and just other stuff like that. There is a bit of lag sometimes, but all in all, you know, the servers, you know, actually do pretty well, and they last pretty well. I mean, I haven't had too many crashes at all. And everything just seems to flow perfectly in this game. They really did everything really well. So that is why my final score for Rocket League is a 10 out of 10. Now, I did a 10 out of 10 because I really didn't find enough flaws to really take anything away from it. This game was really well put together, and while it's not perfect, 10 out of 10 does not mean perfect. It just means that there's not enough to really take away the score. This game is amazing, and if you haven't played it yet, download it. I don't know how much. I think it's like 20 bucks. I don't think it's free with Plus anymore, but I think it's like 20 bucks, so it's definitely worth it. And there is new DLC that just came out for it, so I recommend this game to anybody. I recommend you play it. It is so much fun. It takes you to play the game to really get the, you know, excitement and thrill out of it. And so I really recommend you guys playing this game. And like I said, it's an amazing game, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you agree with my opinion. If you don't, you know, that's okay. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of the game. Maybe any info you want to know about the game that I didn't put in my video that you want to know. And make sure you guys subscribe for more videos, reviews, news, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And